Hey class, and welcome back, cool polar bears and polar cubs. We have a project, and that is over the history of the atomic model. So, some of the background, you're going to help to piece together the story of what happened. How did we discover certain things about an atom? Okay, so we're trying to make a timeline. So, I'm going to ask you put your scientists in order of the ones you choose to work on. So, what in your timeline do I want? I want you to include a picture of the actual scientists. Okay. I want you to show me what dates for their methods and experiments that they did, including a picture of their model. So, a picture of their model for each scientist or philosopher. Okay. Some of the models that you may run into when doing this project are the solid sphere or the billiard ball model. You could go into the planetary model or nuclear model, maybe some plum pudding, or the quantum mechanical model. Okay. I want you to show me a picture of their experiment, of what they did in order to make this discovery or make their discovery. Okay, and we're going to be using a Google slide presentation. So what I'm going to say is I have it attached in an assignment for you guys. So you guys are just going to use that one. Don't worry about creating one or anything like that, but you're going to be using that. So what can you use? You can use your textbook, notes if you have notes on them from previous classes, the internet, but make sure that you're using well researched sources, not just going to the first thing that pops up. Okay, so .orgs or .edus, okay, are the best ones to use. Make sure all your pictures and written information are cited. We're going to use MLA format, and then you can get a little creative. You can use those slide transitions and things like that. Make it look nice. So here are the 9 scientists / philosophers. I'm telling you right now, they're not in chronological order. So each member of your group, so it's going to be a group project, but you're going to work individually and you'll get individual grades. Okay. The thing that you want to think about when picking your group, or if I pick groups for us, is you have to trust their information, because I won't be going over them. I will, however, be sharing one of the ones that I find best or some of the slides that I find best with the best information so that you guys have something to go back and look at when it comes to who did what when it can on certain models. So rubrics, how am I going to grade you? Well, it's 10 points per scientist, and then it's going to be 10 points for your MLA format. Okay, you can do your MLA citing page. You can do it as a doc and share it with me, or you can do it as a slide inside your Google Slides, just preferably the last slide. So you're going to get 1 point for having a picture of your scientist. You're going to get a point if you have a picture of their contribution, aka I want a picture of like what they did. Like, if, for example, if somebody shot alpha particles at gold foil, you should have a picture of the gold foil experiment. A picture of the model after their contribution. So after they made their discovery, what does the model look like now? Okay. With their picture of their experiment, you should have a slide where you're explaining, hey, this is what they did, and they discovered this. Now, ramifications and advancement, disproving, that's kind of where you guys have in the past. Students have struggled a little bit. And here's what it is. I'm asking you to be like, okay, they made this discovery. What did they either add to the experiment or take away, or not experiment, to the atom? Or what did they take away from the atom by making this discovery? And then finally, another point for the date of discovery. So if you add those up, it's 10 points per scientist, 10 points for your works cited, making it a 40-point product project. So let's look at I want to show you the format here. Just give me 1 second. All right, I got the format up for us, and here it is. So this is what I would do if I were you. It's very basic. It's very streamlined. It makes it very easy for me to kind of grade. So the first slide for each scientist would have their picture, their name, and the date of their discovery. So when did they make their discovery? Not all the dates that they lived or anything like that, just the date that they made their discovery. And the next slide, a picture of what they did, their experiment. Then after you show me that picture, hey, tell me what they did in their experiment. What was so kind of cool about it? What did they do? Now remember, these are slideshows, so they should be bullet pointed. I know what they did. So you should be bullet pointing it and thinking like, hey, if I were to have to go up in front of everybody, I don't want them to read the slides. I want to talk about it. Don't worry, you're not going in front of people. Then comes the ramifications, the advancements, the disproving. So what? Why do I care? Tell me what it did for the model. What did it change? Did it add a different particle? Did it really revolutionize how we view an atom? And then finally, a picture of their model. So as we move along, the slide before someone's should show me what it did look like before. And then by the time I get through someone's slides, it's going to tell me, hey, this is what it looks like now. So I can really just go through and be like, oh, wow, look at just look at how it's changed over the time that they've been doing their research. All right. Hey, if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, good luck.